Welcome to Envision Prototypes, where we chop up cars to make them cooler. You stare at this long enough and it starts to grow on you. Not. I don't know anybody who wants something like this. It's absolutely ridiculous. But this is a very necessary step to do what we need to do to lower the roof 1.25 inches. If you saw the last episode, you would have seen that there was a lot of preparation, a lot of bracing, a lot of support, and a lot of cutting involved. Let's go for a quick walk around, see what we're working with, and then jump right in and get this top lowered. And hopefully, fingers crossed, get that rear glass mocked up. And I'll reveal what glass we're using. Or maybe not. It might upset some people. This might upset some people. Maybe I shouldn't have shown this. You know, just showing the final product, because I know I'm going to get it, or you've ruined a Thunderbird. Oh well. All right, let's start at the front here. Now down inside, what we were fighting with last time. Oh, look, a peanut. Peanut. We'll get that cleaned up. There was a lot of mouse nests. In the first episode, I was going around this car with the Mouse Knocker 3000 to evict any last stragglers that may have stuck around on its journey to the shop here. So when we were cutting this apart, we cut the inside, we cut the outside, but we didn't get into here to cut this out until much later. That's what was kind of holding us up. There's a big duct that sits in here. It looks like almost like a air handling duct. Well, in the way it is. It allows outside air to get into the car with a little damper. So we're keeping this. We're just gonna have to trim this up, this here, clean it up, so that this upper structure, this, can settle down inside to this level here, this upper level. So this is 1.25 inches. We're gonna reshape this, bring it down, and mate it up to the front of this cowl. We have to do some work up front there, create some space for the engine. First things first, I wanna get this roof more or less planted. This slides up and down as we need it based on these vertical supports. For anybody who's attempting to chop a roof, I'm not saying this is the best way or the only way. You can probably take the roof, pick it up from the back, and just plop it down on top if you so wish, but this is about the most precise and controlled way that we can get the results we want. We don't want to weld this roof on and have it welded on in a twisted shape, because then the glass won't fit, the door glass won't align. Any of the cars you've seen us build and chop the top on, they've always turned out perfectly. Take for example the Chrysler. It had a wraparound rear glass and front glass, and when we installed them we had no trouble getting them in. They're a little bit tricky to get in, but they fit perfectly. So back in here, there's daylight through there. The structure rusted away, but as you can see here, that would have had to be repaired anyway. So we are going to repair this, put new structure in so we can pick up this flange here. Back here, I'm going to jump in and do a little more cutting, cut out this moisture trough, because that's going to be moved ahead to, where to go? This is going to be the back of the roof right there. So we're going to have to take and move that somewhere in here. I'm not going to do any work on that. Focus, thank you. Until we have the back glass mocked up, which means we're going to have to get this roof down into position, mock up the back glass, and then run the moisture trough in accordingly. It's going to be a little bit tricky. We'll see how that goes, because any moisture that comes down is going to fall into this trough off the glass and then out the back. We don't want it going into the trunk. That would not be good. And we really don't want any drain holes with little pipettes and stuff, because anybody who's owned a sunroof in a car and has those things plug up with leaves and debris or whatever, they find that they get moisture into the car when those tubes plug up. So we want this to be trouble-free and simple. So that'll come later. Trunk lid, we'll have to make an adjustment on that. Not an issue. You've seen me do it many times before. Getting back to the front here, I noticed some people made some comments about the ability to service this engine and its location being so far back in the frame or in the body. Once we finish what we need to do up front here, there won't be any issues getting in. All of our vehicles, we build them as drivers and make sure that they're easily serviceable. I elevated it up like that just to give us enough room to get in and do all the trimming we need to do. Oh yeah, I was going to show you on this side here. Might as well do it now because when I get into it I might forget. So there's the finished height, 1.25 inches down. I need to keep this flange here. We can't just bring it down and butt weld it. It's not very strong that way. What we're going to do is going to overlap these areas, that one there over top of this. This is going to have a little offset bent into it, just a little bit lower. They had something very similar created up here. See that? A little offset so that when it's flush, but once we're done, it'll be offset, flanged, welded, and then finished, and you won't see the joint. But it will be a flanged overlap joint. So here, don't have much of a choice. We might have to put some reinforcement in the back here. This will be a vertical weld. But down here, as well as on this web, it's going to be overlapping. We'll take out the inside membrane and the outside membrane and then slide the two together. Through this area here, this top portion is going to slide down over top, and we're going to retain these nuts on the back side because that's what the dash bolted to. Now the clips went in this way and down. We are going to come up and out, and we might have to trim the front of the dash up. I want that dash to be higher so that our cowl is going to sit a little bit higher like this. Wiper is going to come in under the cowl instead of coming out the top. So you won't see the wipers, but you don't want to see in to the inside of the cowl area from the inside of the car. So we have to raise the dash a little bit. Yeah. Aside from that, that's a lot of fun to cut this cut this roof off. This here, you might be wondering why that was done. It'll become quite clear shortly. Some of you might be guessing what it is already. Let me get you guys back on the tripod, and we're going to do some more cutting and some more peeling. I have to separate this vertical web from the floor because we have to move it back and create a new mount further back for the hinges for the trunk. Original hinges are going to be kept, and original mounts on the trunk that are going to be kept. We're back to the trunk light again, but spare tire, we might change that around. There is a structure for the rear suspension, which came out really awesome. Yeah, that was done a few episodes ago. So if you're curious to see how we went about that, check out those episodes. So I was going to try and peel these webs out first. A little spongy here. Let's cut this out first. And then that way the panel has a way to run away as I'm peeling that up. Because right now it'll push the floor down or distort stuff. Okay, I think the only thing now holding it is those verticals. The undercoating in this car is something else. What I'm going to work on now is clean up these flanges. I'm going to take the outside one, just chop it right off because it's rusted off anyway. Inside one, except for that tab right there, we trim that up. Don't have to do anything, roof will slide in. Now, if I cut this off on this line here, we're gonna be short to mate up with this. So I'm gonna hammer and dolly these little wrinkles out, these supports, not wrinkles, they're intentional for strength. I'm gonna smooth them out, unbend this once this is cut, get rid of that little bump, and this is gonna give us the extra material to come in on top of that, and we can just weld it. Inside should slide down. We have to make allowances for the holes, for the mount holes. This is really good steel on this car. I've tried to break stuff off, and you can bend it and bend it and bend it, and just does not want to break. So in here we have, I just peeled off one layer, and now we got a second layer that's actually attached to this membrane here. And then back here we have a very heavy duty structural piece that goes down to the tubs. I want to definitely keep that to tie the new roof into. This part here, you see it's coming off, that'll be taken away. I'll get it all prepped up, front, and then we can start lowering. There was a mouse nest in there.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Okay, first step. Down you go. Ooh. Set her down. I'm gonna drop this about halfway. All right?
I think it's got to go west a little bit. I drifted to the...
It will. It will. We're gonna do this in a few stages. Okay, coming down. Wow. Who did this up?
I don't know.
Okay, that's close. Let me drop the other side a little bit more. Oh, I'm just about down. I'm down. Okay, let's drop the back. And kind of there.
Okay.
Yeah. No, don't pick it up yet. I'm just gonna drop this side. Okay, now you can pick it up.
I'm hung up on something here.
Maybe it welded itself.
Yeah. I think you better come over here and unhook it. I can't reach down there to unhook it. Oh, it just came unhooked.
Yep.
Okay, it's basically where it's supposed to be. Oh, it was. Right there.
Yeah, we got to move ahead a little bit. I'm on the wrong side of the flange. Right there. Good.
Okay.
Yep, let me check that side. I think it has to go up a little bit. As we drop the roof, the quarter window moves forward. I got to get on this side of the flange. I'm being pinched. Oh, haha. No wonder. There we go. Okay. I need to make a little more trimming and adjustment here. So as we're coming down, we're also moving inward because the roof is narrower up here than it was down there, this sail panel. As we come down, it's already fished in ahead of that flange. This drip rail is going to come back and everything is free back here. Up front, we have to do some finagling to get it down and to this level here. I haven't created the offset yet. I want to get a preliminary fit done first. This is free up here. There's no clamps holding it, so we're just sitting on the front cowl right now. We have to, you gotta open the door and look on the inside. This top has to come down on the inside of the bottom.
This
Yep.
on the inside? Okay.
The other thing is that has to come in a little bit. Use a putty knife or something to squeeze it by.
Yeah.
Like that.
Like that.
Yeah, I need to cut this. I forgot to cut this corner. A lot of little cuts to take into account.
Yeah.
So I'll cut that, then that'll slide down to the level we need.
Yeah.
Then we'll have to adjust the back, get everything
Okay.
good. This little triangular web right here is interfering with this web here. Tolerances are very tight down inside. They used to align vertically. Now I'm trying to get one go past the other. So we'll trim that out, cut it off a little bit, like that. And that should just go right into there. Okay, so that should come down now.
You want me to undo this?
Yeah, I'm gonna hold it. Okay, yep.
Okay?
Yep. Oh, I'm okay. Right here, we need a little bar, pry bar. You guys keep an eye on the front. Let me know when it's touching. There we go. We gotta go down and, oh, I jumped out. I see what's happening.
Okay, so
We can just drop this support here now. We're done with it. Yep. Oh, let me cut those tacks. We need hearing protection. It should just fall out.
you might bring that chisel over here and adjust this. Isn't that on the outside? Should be inside.
Yes. And we
Should
got to
go
trim.
down inside, right?
Yeah, we actually have to cut a little bit of that away. It's in the way.
Okay?
Yep. Can't peel this side as much. Okay. You're stuck.
Okay?
Yep. Oh, I gotta go ahead. This has got to go on the other side. Yeah. Oh.
It just went on the other side, I think.
Yeah, you're good. Oh, sorry.
Right there.
Yeah. Yeah. Second. Ah, right there. Okay, guys, you can see that we are where we need to be. The gap there and there and there, that's the rust, which has to be repaired. But now we've dropped our 1.25 inches and we're set. Basically, you can see there. Let's go to the front.
This edge right here.
Where?
Right there.
Show me one more time. We're getting closer, but not there yet. What are we holding on to? That's fine there. What are we on? That's crazy. Are we? No, that's fine.
Okay.
Oh, don't move. Don't move. I think that's it.
Double your height.
1.25 inches.
Right on.
Okay, yeah, and this line's up here.
You're secured? Oh,
Yeah.
you're lined up there too, eh?
Yeah, and the back is good.
Okay. We can take the clamps out.
That's it.
Okay, I'm taking my plugs out.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, go ahead and take that out, and I'll just clean up with this. Roof is planted. There's a little finagling we had to do to get everything to fit in there. There was actually excess material down inside that we had to trim multiple times. So roof came up, trimmed it, down, up, down, up, down. And now we have a very nice fitting. Check that out. Check out that seam right through. Very consistent, very, very straight. This we'll get to in a second. And let's show you inside here. As you can see, this is blending in quite well. We have a little massage work in here to do. Bring this one up, bring that one down. But that's going to blend in very well. The windshield drops down below the cowl. The door's gonna have to be massaged a little bit in here because it's a little snug. And you gotta be careful, don't get too carried away and slam the door, because we'll break the window. The cast, this cast piece here, you can see this has to move down inside. Gonna have to adjust these mounts. There's 3 of them, that one, and might be something, yeah, right there for the track. Take this whole quarter vent window down, slide it down inside, massage that, and then everything will fit. Side glass, we don't have to do anything to that. That's fine. And since the roof moved ahead, this quarter area moved ahead, we have to make an adjustment on the power pack. Either move the holes or cut that out and move that forward a little bit. Which brings us there to the side profile. Roof came down, that moved ahead, made the opening much smaller. So what we're going to do, we're going to take this drip rail and pull it back. Just rebend it, come back to wherever this point lines up, probably up in there. See, there's a lot of spring. And in that area, we're going to incorporate a vent. You can call it a brake vent, duct it down into that area, but that's going to open up the window opening. It'll make that sail panel look smaller. Okay guys, there's the side profile. I left the fender off because we're working it around there, but just focus on the roof. If you didn't know that that didn't come from the factory that way, you'd think it's stock. That 1.25 made a significant amount of difference. Now, we'll get into that quarter vent there at some point. Right now, I'm a little tempted to bring the rear glass in, mock that up. If we clamp this straight edge in there, I think we can get a better idea instead of using glass. Glass is flat, and you'll just look into the edge of the glass anyway. So the area above that straight edge is going to be trimmed away. We're going to be coming into the line just in front of it. So that corner is going to be gone. But you can get an idea as to look at the sail panel, how we're pulling it back into the rear of the car, making the back of the car look a little bit shorter. We might not have to shorten it. And if we take this and move it into, say, about there, that's going to help us a lot in the look, the flow of the roof. So there we go.
Yeah, not only does that windshield line up nicely with the front axle, but I think the load impression of the sail panel sits over the axle much better. By it coming all the way back here, the center of this load looks like it's sitting over the center of the axle. Yeah. More so than the other way, because this looks like it's ahead of the axle. It's going to look quite nice.
Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We can now go ahead and remove all that structure on the inside, the verticals, not the red diagonals just yet. We are well on our way. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to our channel, subscribe so you can check out the next episode when we actually get into mocking up the rear glass. Catch you in the next one, guys. Thanks a lot for watching.